Good morning, friends. This is Donnie,
And Sandra.
and we are coming to you from 4B Campground. 4B Campground. And this is Troy, North Carolina, which is Montgomery County. Montgomery County. And we are in the area of the Uwharrie National Forest. Uwharrie National Forest. And if you guys want to check out the fun fact video, go ahead. And of course, the urban legend for Montgomery County is Bigfoot. Bigfoot. And I tell you, when I was researching some of the urban legend stuff about Bigfoot, I learned that Montgomery County has the highest eyewitness sightings and stuff than any other county in North Carolina. It has more activity supposedly than any other county in North Carolina. And but really amazing. So if you guys want to check out that urban legend and learn some stuff about the Bigfoot legend here in this area, but this is what it looks like. This is the office. That's the office of the campground. And what is very unique about this campground is that you can house horses. You can bring your horses, bring your trailers with you, and they will house your horses, and you can leave right from the site, right from the campsite. You can leave and go on these trails. And now we saw some trails in this general direction, an entrance to the trails. And so, but I tell you, there's a lot to offer out here. These folks are really good folks. They have church out here, which is Cowboy Church, and it looks like they had some cabins also. And so, but we're going to have a link in the description below for my YouTubers and my Facebook people. We're going to have some some links in the description above that you guys can hit and learn more about this. But very down to earth people. And so they took a venture, they sold their house, and they were interested in buying campgrounds, and this was the one that they went with. And they put in a dump station. And this is not full hookup. This is not full hookup. I'm going to switch over here. I'm having some coffee, and this is outside of the dinette, and the bathhouse is right there. Is not that building where my finger's on, but this one, the stone one right here. It's connected to that one there. And the bathrooms are nice. I mean, they're just nothing real fancy. There is women's and men's that are separated.
It's cowboys and cowgirls.
Cowboys and cowgirls. And you can actually have a conversation with each other.
Yeah.
Well, I was in my shower and I could hear Sandra in her shower. You don't see anybody, but before she got into her shower, we were talking back and forth. And so, but we were the only ones here. Except for there was a couple. Let me see if I can see that.
We're the only campers here.
We're the only RVers, yeah. See that little house? Look at that. You got a vehicle and looks like they have their trailer there attached on it. They brought 2 horses last night while we were sitting outside. And but that little cabin house looking area, that looks like a place that you can stay. And so that looks nice. That one looks real nice. And we saw a dove. There was a real pretty white dove. It looks tame. And it was walking around. It didn't fly away when I came. I almost stepped up and picked it up. But it was real tame, walking around, and beautiful, just solid white, just gorgeous. But this is the other area, and you can see the sights here. Here's the sights, these little white poles. They're sights, and it looks like they got like an eye hook on each side of the top, where you could kind of take your horse, the rein or whatever, or the leash, and you could just kind of hook it to that. And so, but we saw evidence where horses were at the at the sites, and so, but at any rate,
they are big on scooping up your poop.
Yeah, they are big on scooping up the poop, and you'll put your refuse way over here at this area. Look, right there. That's where you're going to put it at. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys can see that, and but we just kind of want to go over a few things about this, and there's going to be, again, pictures and videos overlaying for you guys to see while we're having our chat. It costs $30 a night.
Mhm.
$30 a night. This water and electric hookup only. There's no sewer. They do have a dump station. I used it when we first got here.
And they do allow people to, as they're traveling through, to dump.
Yeah.
He said it's $20.
$20. $20 each time you come to dump. And he mentioned another area. The guy that previously owned this, the campground sat for about 2 years. It wasn't being used.
Mhm.
But it's some type of federal
Park or something.
something that he said that the owner of this would send people to dump. I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to have to do some homework on that. We don't have any Wi-Fi. We don't have any signal, phone signal at all.
About this area, it's not the campground's fault, but just this area in general in the Uwharrie is you don't have any signal.
Yeah, there's no signal, and so we weren't able to really do much anything. But there is a federal something federal around here that evidently, at least at one point in time, they allowed you to dump your RV, the tanks on your RV. And so if you guys want to check that out. And so, but I know Morrow Mountain was charging $20 to dump. And so
it's close by here too,
it's,
isn't it?
yeah, it is somewhat close by. And so, but I will say this, it depends on the campground. You know, we've went to campgrounds before. They only charge $10. Yeah. And so, I think Crosswinds was one of them. Crosswinds, like if you're going, well, it's on I-85, just off I-85. Crosswinds Campground, very nice campground. I think they charge $10. Yeah. And Mama Gertie's at one point in time, I don't want to say it is the same way now, but they only charge us somewhere between $7 to $10.
Yeah,
it was somewhere in that area. But at any rate, like I said, the bathrooms right, the shower heads were absolutely just spot on.
Yeah, good pressure.
Oh my gosh, the pressure was amazing. I didn't want to get out from underneath the thing. And so, but trying to think anything else about the horses. We touched on that. Yeah. It is water and sewer hookup. The pressure seems to be okay. You don't want a real strong pressure coming through your pipes in your motorhome anyway.
If you come here to stay with your horse, you need to make sure you bring your negative Coggins test.
Yeah. And we learned, I asked them about that because they have that just as soon as you come in about the Coggins, negative Coggins. And it seems to be a disease that there's no cure for it. Heck, you can't vaccinate on it from what the owner was telling me. There's no vaccination for it.
And you had to put your horse down if they get it.
And if your horse gets it, you got to put them down. Yeah. And so that's a pretty serious thing. So they're very serious about that. They won't let you on unless your horse has been tested. Within the year. I think you have to be tested once a year. Yeah. And so also we learned that possums, they do not, this is a no possum territory. Yeah. And his quote, I'm quoting him, they'll down one in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he did say that.
And so what happens is when possums use the bathroom, if horses eat the grass where the refuse or the feces or whatever is on, the horse can get some type of neurological disease. And if caught at an early stage, it can be saved. If not, it messes up the horse completely. They're very disoriented, and then you have to pretty much just put them down. And so they do not like or want possums in the area. And so, other than that, I did say it was $30. $30 a night. Yeah. And I'm not sure if you guys go on the website, you'll check and see what the stalls cost is and fee. Seems to be very menial. As far as the cost.
They have a lot of places to put a lot of horses out here.
Oh yeah, there's places all over. And so if you'll notice right out the window right here, that's some more areas out here. But they got stalls out here to house a whole mess of horses. And so as far as the ground, what you'll be parking on is grass. I'm really surprised that I'm gonna look out this other side here. If you'll notice, I'm surprised that there's not tire marks. More dugout areas where tires are constantly rolling over. I don't know if there just seems to be maybe a better season than others for campers. But this whole field here has areas and hookups for RVs. Some of them have water and electric hookup. Some of them don't, from what we saw. And so you'll just have to ask them. Again, we are in 53. We are in 53. And so, but yeah, I was really surprised. I was expecting to see dirt when I got out here. And I was pleasantly surprised that there wasn't any dirt, mainly because it was raining when we got here. And I didn't want to see that. But other than that, guys, I'm going to finish my coffee here. And we're within less than an hour of leaving. And we're going to take off. And but we do hope that you've enjoyed the video, and we do hope that you'll come out and visit these folks and encourage them and support them and support this area and get out here and enjoy these national forests, Bigfoot or no Bigfoot. And, which reminds me, for those that don't know, our motorhome we've nicknamed the Squatch. We nicknamed the Squatch, and this little guy right here we picked up at a Bigfoot festival in Marion, North Carolina. I call him Mr. Biggerfoot. Mr. Biggerfoot. And we have, my daughter-in-law, Rebecca, gave me this guy right here. I call him Mr. Glitterfoot. Mr. Glitterfoot. And, but you guys take care. We love you. And we want you to have safe travels. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.